Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all had a great week. I read this great passage, and there was one sentence that really stuck out to me, and it said, "Harmony comes from within. It is not dependent on the external." And I loved the way that was written, and it really sort of spoke to me, because I find that's really the reason we come to want to develop a mindfulness and meditation practice, is to find that harmony within, regardless of what's happening around us. Because I think if we've all learned anything this past year in the pandemic, it's that we don't always get to control what happens around us, but we can control what happens within us. And in life, we spend a lot of time trying to create this external world to create happiness and harmony for ourselves. And very often it works, right? We create these beautiful lives for ourselves, but yet sometimes we still find that there are moments of challenges, failures, discontent. It's not always, this perfect, beautiful outcome. And that inevitably life is going to hand us things that are hard to deal with. And so that's where the mindfulness and meditation comes in, because it offers us an invitation to sort of look inward and find that inner strength and that inner voice, and how we're going to find harmony within, regardless of what's happening around us. Early on in my meditation journey, my teacher said to me, "You are not your mind." And this sort of really cracked me open, because I've always been so dependent on our mind, and our mind is really the part of us that is helping us create this external world, right? It's providing us all the opportunities we need to get all the things we want and desire and need in this life, which is wonderful. But sometimes our minds get us into trouble, right? Our minds keep telling us, well, you have to do this so you can be happy, or this needs to happen so you can do that. And sometimes our mind doesn't have all the answers. People say to you jokingly, "Oh, don't believe everything your mind is telling you." Well, mindfulness and meditation is that space where you can take a step back from your mind. And I hear people say a lot, "Oh, I can't meditate. My mind is too busy. I can't quiet my mind. I can't turn my mind off." So stop trying. Don't try to control your mind. That, I would say, is probably an impossible task. I would say, that is what a monk is attempting to do. But yet, what are they doing? They are practicing silence. They are practicing quiet. They are practicing stillness a lot. All I asked you to do last week was just find a couple minutes every day. And even in that, you will find a shift, even in just a few minutes a day. And of course, you want to build on that. But even in a few minutes a day, you will find that quiet, that stillness. You'll get in touch with that internal climate inside of you. But if you go into it thinking, number one, I don't have enough time, number two, my mind is too busy, that will definitely get in the way of you developing a practice. So this week, I invite you to stop trying to quiet your mind. Let your mind be there. Just know that your mind is kind of always running its own process, and it's often out of your control what comes up, what you think about, what pops into your brain. Where you have the control is inside, is how you react, how you respond. Through mindfulness and meditation, we develop a deeper understanding of that internal climate inside of us. Pema Chodron, who happens to be a famous Buddhist monk, once said, "You are the sky, everything else is just the weather." And I love that statement. And when I think about it metaphorically, and I think about what happens in the sky and in the weather, that the sky is not just a sunny day, a rainy day, a cloudy day, a snowy day. The sky is the container that holds all the weather. And on a perfectly clear blue sky day where the sun is shining, that's where we see how expansive the sky can really be. It's harder to see how big the sky is and how much it can hold, right? On a cloudy day or a gray day, you don't really see the sky. You know, it's like when you get in an airplane and you fly up above the clouds, you could sort of see how expansive it is. What Pima is asking you to do in that quote is to look at your own self as the sky, right? You are this container that has a mind and a beating heart and a breath and feelings and emotions and thoughts. You have all of these things, but you are the container for it all. You are not one thing. You are not just what your mind is telling you. Just like the sky allows all the different weathers to come and go, you as a human can allow all the different feelings, thoughts, and emotions to come and go. You don't have to sort of get stuck in all of them. But we tend to do that, right? When things are not working out the way we want them to, when we butt heads with a difficult situation, our mind just kind of grinds away at it. And in those moments, that is a great time to take a step back and practice your meditation. They say that our brains are the most changeable muscles in our body. But if we're not practicing the change, or we're not strengthening that mindfulness muscle, we aren't really ever changing anything. We're kind of always going at it from that same place. And when we get into situations where sort of things aren't really working out, we need to try something different. And we can't always go to our mind, because our mind is sort of the one that got us into this mess, so to speak. So meditation is that opportunity to sort of go within, get to know your internal climate, get to know how it feels in there, how busy your mind is. What is your mind always telling you? Can you just take a step back and look at it? And in meditation, that's where we can do that. So when you close your eyes and you relax your body and you settle in, don't put so much effort on trying to control this. It's hard to do. Over time, through practice, you will start to be able to change that a little bit. Slow down that thought pattern. Maybe shift what's going on. Maybe what is your mind always telling you that you're tired of hearing? You can't stop that. You can't just say, I'm done with that. I don't want to do that anymore. How many times have you tried that? It's a practice, just like you want to have muscles in your arm or in your legs, or you want to have abs. You don't just say, I'm going to have abs today. I'm going to do sit-ups. I'm good for the rest of my life. I'm going to, lift weights today. We're good. It's not a one-day thing. So mindfulness and meditation is a practice. It's something you do little bits at a time. In day after day, you find ways to practice. So today, we are going to do a meditation, and we are not going to try it and quiet our mind. We're going to let our mind just be there. Let your mind do its thing. And in your meditation today, can you just be a curious observer? Don't get stuck on anything necessarily. So we'll practice this together. So let's get into a comfortable seated position. Relax your shoulders, relax your body, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. As you settle in, relax your shoulders, release any tension you might be feeling in your body. You may start to notice different feelings and sensations. It's okay. Take a look around. You may start to notice that your mind is trying to talk to you. That's okay. Just let it be there. Let it do its thing. And use your breath to keep you here in this moment, allowing whatever's coming up to be okay. No judgment. Being really kind to yourself as you sit here, relaxing into this moment. if you get hooked on a thought or your mind starts to carry you away, use your breath to anchor you back and just kind of separate yourself from all that's going on in your mind, maybe around you. And as you take a deep breath, imagine you're filling up your whole head with that breath, expanding it like the sky. Pause at the top, and when you exhale, release it all throughout your body. Feel that breath move down your chest, into your heart, into your stomach, throughout your legs, all the way down to your toes. Breathe in, fill up, pause, exhale all the way down. Try this a few times on your own, allowing your breath to fill you up, your whole container, and exhale all throughout. Allowing whatever comes up to be okay, whatever thoughts are swirling around, just let them be, just like the sky holds all the different weather. You too can hold all the different experiences, thoughts, feelings, emotions. And use your breath to just be here. Open your eyes. Slowly start to come back. So this week, continue to find a few minutes each day to take back your life, your busy life. And when you do so, remember, you are not your mind. Allow yourself some space and some time each day to let your mind do its thing without attaching to any thought or idea, and just use your breath to expand. Have a great week.